felt sort of lethargic, felt nauseous, just didn't feel in a pretty good place. It's good that I was sort of pre-warned that that would happen, because I sort of expected it. I didn't know when it was going to happen. Some people have said, you know, in the first week, some have said it may take 2 weeks, but I was kind of expecting it to come, and it happened, and I'm pleased to say that kind of sort of started passing yesterday, and today I don't have a headache anymore. I don't feel like I have any cravings for anything sugary or sweet. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I feel like I've got past that. I mean, I don't know, this is all new to me, so I may hit something along the way that is another sort of speed bump of that type. I honestly don't know, but hopefully that'll be the one, and then that's it sorted. So I'm going to continue with it. It's basically 3 more weeks to go. I'm feeling a lot more confident now than I was in the beginning that I can do this pretty easily, to be honest, because I've noticed all of the fruit and vegetables that I'm eating that I wasn't previously eating. As the week's gone on, they don't taste as bad. They're more palatable than they were before. That's for the ones that I'd tried previously. The ones that I've never eaten before, it's all new anyway. But honestly say, things aren't as, I'm not finding them as tough as I anticipated I would do. I think the majority of it's probably mental, if I'm fair. I think I've never been a fan of vegetables. I didn't eat a lot of vegetables, and so I kind of sort of mentally built them up in my head to be something that I'm not going to like. I'm just not going to enjoy eating these things. But I wouldn't say I enjoy them. I wouldn't, you know, I think given the choice, there are other things I'd rather eat than the things that I am eating on Whole30. But it's not as bad as I thought, and it is actually getting better as the week's gone on. Bearing that in mind, as we move further along in the 30 days, I'm at a point now where I'm kind of expecting that. Well, I'll be very disappointed if by the end of the 30 days I'm not actually enjoying some of the stuff. I'd say carrots excuse me, carrots I'm kind of enjoying now. Sprouts, they were alright. Cucumber, still not totally sold on cucumber. It hasn't given us a bad heartburn later in the week as it did at the beginning of the week. I'm still putting it down to that because I've kept an eye on things, and the days I've had heartburn, even just a little bit, is the days I've had cucumber. So I'm definitely thinking it's that's caused it, although it wasn't as bad later in the week, even though I ate more of it. Lettuce goes down easy, doesn't taste so much. Avocado I'm quite enjoying. Mangoes, in the past I've only ever used them in smoothies, but actually chopping up a mango and eating a mango, that's been okay. I've been making sure to have sort of any fruit that I have, to have it with a meal that I'm having, basically so the protein and fibre content of the meal sort of, to an extent, sort of offsets the fruit sugars, rather than having fruit as a standalone. Getting fats in, it's mainly avocados, nuts, cooking things in ghee and coconut oil. I tried coffee with coconut oil this morning. By Christ, that's horrible. Seriously? People on Twitter going on saying like, coffee and coconut oil, it's the much nuts, it's the bee's knees. It's shit. Honestly, don't fucking go there. It's horrible. How anyone can drink that and say it's nice? Seriously. I'm just going to stick with black tea and black coffee. Can I go wrong with them, to be fair? So basically that was it for the first week. Moving into week 2 now, and being a little bit more creative, I suppose, with the foods that I'm making. Today I made clean Scotch eggs, minced beef, minced pork, mixed together with some onions, some mixed herbs, some flaked chilies, mix that together with an egg to bind it, boil some eggs, wrap them in the meat mix, roll that in some egg, and then roll that in ground almonds, which there's a guy I talked to on Twitter called Reese, at I Want to Lift Heavy. Really nice guy, talked to him quite a bit, and he's been paleo for quite some time, and he suggested that because I was trying to think of something I'd use instead of breadcrumbs. Ground almonds was his suggestion. Use them, spot on, works perfectly. A little bit more tricky to see when they're done compared to old school breadcrumbs that I used to use, but definitely works. The only thing I think I'll do different next time if I make them again will be not use beef mince, just pork mince on its own. But they still taste really good, and I was more than happy with them. As I say, I made that me tomato mush thing, vegetable soup. I made 5 or 6 batches of yesterday. Just that's a little bit bland, so I'm going to add some pepper to it. And I was thinking of chopping up some bacon, adding some bacon lardons to it, and adding some chicken as well to get some protein content in there. Other than that, though, it's palatable. It's not too bad. I can eat that quite happily. And that's pretty much it. I mean, like I say, it's just a case of mixing things up, so I'm not just eating the same stuff, which I think's a bit of a cheat, to be honest. I should be sort of introducing new things. I have changed the mushrooms from just white button mushrooms, if you like. I've gone for the big top ones. I don't even know what they're called. I just looked at them in the supermarket and I was like, yep, I had them last week, I'm getting them this week. I don't really care what they're called, what type they are. They're just different, and so I'm using them. And those ones are not as bad as the ones I had last week. The taste's not quite so strong. The texture's a little bit better. But it's just about playing around with things and getting things the way you want them. Making it sort of easy on myself, I guess. But I don't want to cheat by just saying, right, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. So for the next 3 weeks, I'm just going to have 3 meals a day, and it's going to be that, that, and that. Okay, because I just don't think that's getting anywhere. I'm not re-educating myself. I'm not learning new tastes, new combinations, things like that. So I'm just going to keep mixing it up, keep trying new things, and hopefully by the end of the month I'll be somewhere where I can say, yep, this is the range of stuff that I like. I can eat any of these things and be happy eating any of these things before before I start reintroducing some of the foods that I ate before, things like potatoes and rice, possibly even oats. And I know Catherine in Australia there will not be happy at me mentioning oats, but sorry, I kind of like oats. Anyway, that's it for this vlog. So I'll vlog again probably either midweek or next week, just with another update and let you know how I'm progressing. Cheers.